Now, the way that I start off every single show is the same way. I ask the same 3 questions for everybody. What's your name? They're easy questions. What's your name? What do you do? And why do you do it?
Right. It's Black Rose in the building. So yeah, my name's Black Rose and I'm a musician. I'm a CEO of one of London's biggest urban agencies, Echelon Castings. And why do I do it? Because it's my passion and I love music with a passion. And yeah, that's me. And I'm happy to be here. So thank you for having me.
Welcome. All right. So
I like the little clap, by the way. Them little clap things are good.
Yeah, could be welcomed in properly.
Thank you.
So I'd like to say thank you for not standing me up today. Right?
You've put me on the spot. You're making them know what I'm like. Do you know what? That was my bad that day. I do apologise.
Right.
I'm happy to be here today.
Can I just say something? I'm going to be very honest. When you didn't turn up, like the other guys from the earlier show, and I said, you know what? I was fuming. I had to choose my words really carefully. I was fuming. I said, you know what?
Sorry.
I'm done. She ain't coming back in because it happens from time to time.
I know. And I'm sure it's happened with other guests, right?
I'm King Petty and I'm king of like whatever it needs to be. Like I can be really stubborn. I said, you know what?
No, I hate
I'm
you.
done.
Oh man, I'm so glad you gave me the opportunity again because it's just sometimes it gets so busy and things get, dates get mixed up, and I definitely got that date mixed up.
And also the people that aren't so important don't take priority and all that.
Don't say that. I think you're very important and you're doing an excellent job, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much.
No, you are. I've seen what you do. So real talk.
Oh, yeah. Little pat on the back for me. So anyway, Black Rose, you're here in the building. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm glad to have you here.
Thank you.
So, yes, I was first aware of you many years ago.
Trying to tell them my age now, yeah?
Was it early, late 40s, something like that?
I have been in the game for a while though.
You have, and was it Butterfly?
No, Face for Music. I was with.
Was it Face for Music?
Face for Music, but I did do some work with Butterfly models.
Okay, right.
So yes, I was a model for almost 8, 9, 10 years. Do you know what? I'm lying. Let me stop trying to lie. I was a model for a good decade, So in the urban industry, it was very hard for up and coming models to get into the industry, for one, because there wasn't much going on back then. Our musicians were doing their best to, make a career for themselves. So if you was in the game being short like myself and curvy, it was definitely a challenge. And, there wasn't much jobs out there for us. So I was very determined. I always believed in the music scene. Although I didn't start music, I always believed that it was going to be something special. So doing modeling for me was to basically just get into the industry and become a brand. And Black Rose became a brand. And it was very important for me to sell things. So as well as just being a model, I decided to bring out my own branding. I was selling calendars independently. I was doing the damn thing.
How far into your modelling career did you start doing all that?
Probably about the first year in.
Oh, really?
And then I was with me, I can't just be one thing. I have to be doing more than one thing.
So how were you doing that?
For me,
we didn't have social media and stuff like that.
We did MySpace. When I started modeling, MySpace was the thing.
MySpace,
Oh my gosh, I'm definitely showing my age now. But no, MySpace was a thing. And for me, I've always known about marketing and how to promote myself. And on MySpace, I had 20,000 friends.
Wow,
imagine.
Do
you know what I mean? It was for them times, that was a lot.
I had about 6.
6 friends, rah. You probably was on my MySpace back then. I'm not sure. But yeah, from MySpace then to Facebook's when I started doing my branding more, like bringing out calendars. And then I went into workshops, so helping other models get into the industry, teaching them. And that finally got me into being my own boss and starting my modeling agency, Echelon Castings. So it's amazing.
So because you spoke about like models and the music industry. So back then in the MySpace days, the music industry isn't what it is now.
Definitely not.
UK music. It was very limited.
It definitely was limited.
So opportunities were limited as well.
It definitely was, even for music artists, but they definitely was using that as a platform for putting out their music. Even just the way it was designed, like a website. I don't know if you remember. So it was definitely a time where everything was growing. We had the Mobos. I remember, obviously, we've had the Mobos for years, but I remember my first job was the Mobos, basically. My first booking was with Sway. Remember when he had that song called Up Your Speed, London, Up Your Speed? Yeah. And he booked a few models to go on stage with him as dancers. Okay. Yeah, so that was my first big booking. And from then, that was it. And I think the challenge for me was that I was a dark-skinned female. And it was very important for me to push through the industry because I didn't see girls that looked like me in the music videos in America or even in just the UK. So for me, it was very important to make the UK's Black Rose a brand, and I did that really well. And the next step for me was music.
So I'm very naive on this because and I've had this conversation a number of times. I'm going to touch on it a little bit because I hear people speak about dark-skinned females and they're not given the opportunities and all the rest of it. In my head, there's loads of dark-skinned females in music videos. And
you think so?
Yeah, but maybe I've never really thought to look and really count,
and
look at the ratio.
To look and count.
but I had this conversation with Lioness and I had this conversation with Stush because we were talking about the fact that Lioness brought out that track called DBT, Dead Black Ting. I don't know if you heard it, but literally it touches on the fact that dark-skinned females aren't given the opportunities. So as a dark-skinned female getting into the industry, how did you make that push to be like one of the leading models? One of the
leading models. Like I was saying earlier, I think what you've touched up upon is partly true. You know, there's not as much opportunities for them. Even with my agency till this day, running the agency with my team, sometimes it is, you know, they'll send you the casting DLs and they'll be like, you know, we're looking for a European looking style model, or they'll be like, you know, light skin model, But I think now it's changed a lot. You know, there are times they're actually looking for a dark skin female. But, you know, in the past, it was definitely less. The opportunities weren't as more. And to answer your question, for me, the reason how I pushed through as a dark-skinned female to be one of the biggest urban models from the UK, because obviously when people ask who are the models in the UK, people are bound to say UK's Black Rose. That name's definitely going to be told, and I think that was important for me to make sure I did that when I got in the game. So that was just my way of doing it, was not just being a model and waiting for your agency to call you and say, oh, hi, are you free on? We've got a job for you. No. Get on your game and start doing stuff. Like whether you want to bring out your own brand, even clothing, whatever it might be. And for me, my thing was calendars. So everyone knows about, because money for one, and sex sells. So sexy pictures going up on a calendar annually is you're gonna sell out that calendar, and you're gonna be able to sell it out internationally as well. They being bought? So in my first year I did 500, my second year 1,000, all sold out, and I did 3 calendars independently.
How much are you selling these calendars for each?
My first calendar was only £1, by the way. Okay. So it was more of a poster calendar.
I'm working out the maths,
and then my other calendars were all £10, and they were all selling online. No, £10. Yeah, all online.
You said you sold 1,000.
Some were given out for free. Remember as well, because when you do, what you need to understand when you're doing calendars and stuff like that, you do go to a lot of events and give out a lot of your stuff for free. Yeah. And with that being said, my last 2 calendars took a long time to sell. Okay. So I was still selling calendars in July. That's when I sold out. Okay. So you have to look at it like that as well. Not everything's going to sell out straight away. But I was so determined to sell them calendars. And even when, like, I would do things like I would have my trolley. Yeah. And I'll be traveling to East, North London, Body Music. Yeah. I was traveling to Red Records. Yeah. I was traveling to everywhere and selling my calendars and going to events. So I was determined. And I think with that attitude and them selling online, remember I had a big social media base. I think it was just it really worked out for me, and that helped me grow my brand.
See, I struggle with that simply because I think so. It's great that you did that, but in my head, I'm thinking, me as a man. Number one, I don't have a calendar. I
think I know what you're going to say.
I've only had one calendar.
You've
in my
never
life.
had a calendar of even a female.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? Do you think I'm gonna have anyone walk in my house, and look at my wall and see some woman, in her drawers, right? Like, what if a man comes to my house?
Yeah, even if you go in Jamaica, in most bars, there's a calendar with a sexy woman. But in America, it's very popular. Obviously now it's not as popular because everything's social media based. It's app based. So I think on the lines of doing things like that, like today, obviously, like it wasn't that long ago. So let me not make it sound like I'm old, but I think today why I stopped doing calendars was for that reason. People still buy calendars, but it's not as popular as it was back then.
So do you have more sales abroad, would you say?
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, online, I was making a lot of sales. Because the Americans, they love that sort of thing. Jamaica, magazines and all. Magazines and stuff. Like, I was in a lot of magazines. I've been on the covers of magazines. Okay. You know, in my career, I really did everything that I wanted to do. And the next thing for me was music. Because I always wanted to do it, but I didn't have the... Even when you started the confidence too. I was a bit scared to start music. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Was your intention to be a musician, be involved in music, or was it the modelling? Secretly. But modelling was definitely something I wanted to do because I love taking pictures with a passion. Everyone just knows how I am. Like, you know, modelling was definitely something I wanted to venture in because I like a challenge. Yeah. I like to do things that, you know, I know. Is it challenging? It definitely is, especially for... Like I said, females like myself who are curvy females, you know, I'm not a tall, high fashion model. Yeah, I can't go on the catwalk. Like, I'm 5'3", I'm quite short. Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. So for me, that alone is just a challenge. With heels, I'm a bit taller, so I do like to put on my heels, you know. Yeah. But I'm a trainer girl too. I love my trainers. Cool. Okay. Yeah, so was it being involved in the fashion, in the modelling industry and being around so many musicians that inspired you to follow that dream? Or that as well? Okay. Yeah. And what really made me follow the dream, this is quite important actually. When I started my modelling agency, Echelon Castings, 4 years ago, I'm in contact with all... I hadn't started music, no. But I'm in quite a lot of contact with artists and I'm, you know, helping create glossy music videos. We're doing shoots for, you know, adverts and stuff, not just music videos. But the reason why I'm touching up on music videos more is because it relates to what I'm talking about. So basically, just being that kind of... having that power over, not power, but helping these artists to do their music videos and seeing some of these unsigned artists believe in themselves so much really inspired me. And, you know, it made me think, wow, I've always wanted to do music. Why can't I? Do you know what I mean? Look, they're doing it. Why can't I just come out of this shell and let people know what I'm about? Like, I can write, I can do all of this. So were you secretly writing? I knew I could write because in school I used to MC. Not everyone knows that, but I did used to MC in school. Can you spit me a bar right now? It's lady swipe up, getting them hype up. That's what I used to say in school. Like, you know them little silly lyrics, you know them ones. So I never called lady myself an artist. I know. Listen, hilarious. It's embarrassing. It's actually embarrassing. That was what my name was. But back in school, I wouldn't call myself an artist because everybody was MCing. So I can't compare that to, you know, when I became an adult and, you know. So when you were growing up, were you around? But I could write though, by the way. Were you around any people that developed into musicians or rapper or artists? So from young in school, anything like that? Not really, no. It wasn't until I got into the modelling scene. And then obviously I've been in music videos. I was doing a lot of calendar work as well. You know, I did my calendars. I was doing a lot of magazine work, I mean. So, but yeah, I was definitely, I was in that industry. So going back to you moving from the modelling into the music, like you said that you got the courage to finally do it. You were writing behind the scenes, but no one really knew. But what was the one thing that gave you that spark? That like, extra push. Was it a conversation with somebody? Is it someone you saw and you saw, you know, they're not that good. If you can do it, I can. Like, I'm so glad you answered that question. Yeah, you got the questions. So basically, what gave me that extra push was not only just the scene, how amazing the scene was growing, but I was really inspired. And I said this before, I had an interview in Fort Lauderdale. Last year, I think it was. Was it last year? I think it was last year. And I mentioned this briefly then, or it was the year before. And I said, Steff LonDon is one of my biggest inspirations. Because for me, it was like looking at myself, like seeing a female from the UK. Obviously, I'm inspired so much by, you know, Little Kim, Foxy Brown, Lauryn Hill, so many different artists, Remy Ma, Nicki Minaj, everybody. But who I grew up on, like Little Kim and that, I was inspired. But because they're not from where I'm from, they were from America. So I don't know. It just wasn't as.
But then
I didn't have the oomph to be like, yeah, I can do this. But seeing my UK people do it, and especially Steff, because she's a female, seeing her do it, seeing gigs rise, seeing everyone just rising who had it hard. Like gigs had it hard. You get me? Yeah. A lot of the artists did. So I think just watching the scene grow and just being inspired by them was amazing for me. You know, it definitely
harder than most. To be fair,
it's definitely
But so watching Steff LonDon, do you not also think that? Yeah,
big up Steff though. It's one of my artists.
Because I'm pretty sure that I heard of you making music before I heard her music.
Oh hell no!
I don't know.
I definitely didn't start music until last year, 2017.
No, before that, because the first track I heard from you,
"Come Closer" was my first track. Come Closer remix.
No, I heard a track with Brutes.
With Brutes was 2017.
Was it?
But Steff LonDon's been doing music for...
that was years ago. I thought like a long time ago. It's only last year.
Yeah. Okay. It's so fresh for me. Like, I'm fresh in and I'm active, like my song. Fresh in on this rap thing and I'm active. Got the white boys.
Watch this. Go on. Let me stop you.
I might have to spit some bars later, you know, for them. I might have to spit some bars later still.
I really feel like I heard you making music a long time ago, but I'm wrong.
No, you know. Do you know what it is? I think the way that my brand grew over the years, I was so prominent on the scene.
Yeah.
Like, I think sometimes, I'm not saying people would have thought I was an artist, but being booked to host events and being booked for club appearances, it probably kind of seems that way sometimes, but I definitely wasn't doing music. But you would see me on the mic sometimes hosting an event and I'll be doing my thing, because that's basically what, you know, when you build a brand, people will pay you to host an event and stuff like that. So,
and you're still doing all that though? You're very busy.
I still do a bit of hosting. I do love it. I did a show. When was my show?
Was the one in Luton or whatever it was?
No, I had a show after that as well. But you're good though. You remember? Yeah. So I had Luton was my PA here. Yeah, big up Hayley Drew. You know, also an artist. Yeah, you need to know about her.
What's the artist's name?
Hayley Drew.
Hayley Drew. Okay. All right. Look up for Hayley Drew. You on Spotify, Hayley?
Yes.
Hayley Drew. DREW.
Yeah, DREW.
There you go. Check out Hayley Drew.
Yeah, you have to big up, and you know.
So you were out last night as well? The night before?
Oh yeah. So right. Why am I forgetting my dates like this? Yeah, I was performing live at Twerk City. So my recent shows, literally all this week, it's been quite busy. But yeah, Twerk City was a shutdown. Yeah. Definitely, I enjoyed performing there. I always enjoy my performances. I do love shutting down a stage show, you know. I've never had a bad performance. No, luckily. Touch wood, that never happens. No, I would, if something like that happens, I'm a person who will style it out. Like, I know, even like on shows, let me not lie, like, I haven't had a bad show, but there's been times where I might have forgot a word or a bar and I've had to style it out. But that's all good. That happens, you know. It definitely happens. It does. You know, just as long as, you know, you're doing your thing, you're making the crowd, you know, it's all about the entertainment. When you get on that stage, you got to just shut down the place, you know. So
how are you balancing being the CEO of your own modelling company and also being your own brand? So you're taking bookings of other people, you're taking your own bookings. Is there not...
This is it.
Do you still model?
So I stopped modelling when I started the agency.
Okay.
I kind of stopped modelling.
So you'll never be booked for a modelling.
However, I have done a few here and there. Okay. But that's like 1-2 times in a year.
Okay.
Like the other day I did a shoot like 1 month ago.
Okay.
You know, and I'm very, you know, in demand for shoots, in the sense that people do still try and book me for modelling shoots till this day. But that helps a lot with the agency, because then I refer them straight to Echelon Castings, the admin team. You know, will help you to find models. So.
And how many models do you have in those books?
20. Okay. So I like to keep it around that number. So I don't like to kind of go above or too low, because I just feel like being a small company and having a small team, it's very important to know all your models. I could, at the moment, the waiting list is up to 100. So
is it?
If for girls wanting to apply for Echelon Casting, the waiting list is very high. DMs, emails with all girls that are interested to join. But it's very important to me that I don't have 50 or 100 girls on the books, because we're not a huge company yet. And we need to know our models. Our models need to know that we care about them and that they can come to us for anything. And we know our models. So if a client asks us about a model, we can tell them, you know.
Have you had a Christmas party yet?
I have not actually, but we've had launch parties and stuff like that in the past. But no, I haven't had a Christmas party yet.
I think you lot should have a Christmas party, and I think I should be invited.
That's a good idea. But it would be too... I know, innit? Oh, bless you. It would be too last minute to do one now.
No, it's not.
Do you think so?
No, I'll arrange that.
So you're going to arrange it?
I'll arrange that. I'll have it for tomorrow.
Hayley, you might need to speak to him, you know. My PA...
I don't even care. As long as you got 20 models, I'll be there. Trust me. I'll be there early. But okay, right. So, but if people want to book the models, how do they get in contact with the company?
So Echelon Castings, the website is currently under construction. Okay. So we did have the website echeloncastings.com, but at the moment it would be our social media and email. So we've got an email address that they can get in contact with. echeloncastings@gmail.com, and the Instagram, which is the most important if you guys are taking note of this, if any artists are listening, it's Echelon Castings, and it's spelled ECHELON Castings.
And why that name?
All one word. Do you know what? Someone gave me the name because when I first started the business, I just didn't know what to call it. I had no idea at all, so I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't off of my great mind. It was a friend, and I didn't even know what echelon meant. I didn't even know what echelon meant.
Who's that friend?
I can't remember. I do. No, actually I do, but I don't know if they want their name to be put on blast, you know? You won't know the name anyway. It's not an industry person. No, I don't. Their name was Gary.
Okay, big up Gary.
But you're not gonna
big up Gary.
You're not going to know who it is because he's not in the game like that.
Gary. Me and Gary, we go way back.
So when I was told the name, I didn't actually know what it meant. I didn't know what echelon meant. Right, Real talk. So do you know what echelon means? Okay, cool. I'll explain it to you anyway, to the people who don't know. Yeah, so basically when he told me, I was like, rah. What does that even mean? Because I've never heard that word. So he was explaining to me
the upper echelon of society or whatever.
Actually, but that's what it is, But at the time, I didn't know. So I was like, rah. And then when he explained it to me, I loved that it was about that, like the upper echelon of, a high society. And I just felt it collated with what I wanted the brand to be. I wanted it to be that upper echelon of the industry. The models that carry themselves well with, do you know what I mean? That, they do their thing, but they've got a sophisticatedness about them. The echelon, upper echelon. I get that. It's a good word.
So let's talk about you as an artist.
Yes.
So only a year ago, practically, you started making music, which is a surprise.
Yeah, so it's almost been, because we're at the end of the year now, so it will be coming up to 2 years soon. Okay. You know?
And Come Closer was your first track that you made?
It was indeed. Okay. I made a track before, but the first one to release was that one. So the track I made before, we didn't quite get to release it because it got lost.
Really?
I know.
How did it get lost?
I'm not even going to go into it, but, behind the scenes, this music thing isn't easy. I'll just say that.
Like studio, like politics with producers?
Oof, I don't even know. I just know,
you don't want to say?
Yeah, I won't say, but, people, I'm not going to lie. I'm quite respected in the industry. People are good. Yeah. They're good people with me, but things do happen, behind scenes. Yeah. And, you can only just push forward all the time. Mm-hmm. But it does, it does kind of delay your thing. Because with music, you want to get things out. And do you know what I mean? I'm not even going to go into music videos and the drama that you get with some directors not giving you your music video.
I've heard.
Back.
Oh, yeah, I've heard.
It's happened to me a few times. Yeah. You know the thing. It's happened to me a few times. So, but I just stay focused and positive, and I just keep doing my thing and keep busy. Even if someone's delayed me, I make sure that I have work that is already been done that I can put out in the meantime. Yeah. So in terms of videos, I do have one being released in the new year. I've got my EP coming. I'm excited in January, so in the new year. To be honest, we haven't set the date.
Is there a launch? Or
there will be a launch party, so we haven't quite set the date. So I shouldn't really say January, knowing that we haven't confirmed the date. But it's going to be early. Exactly, that's the perfect way to say it.
I'm here
Thank
to help.
you.
Right, so one question I do have for you. So being a former model, going into the music industry, although it must assist in you moving into the music industry because you've got those ties, I'm assuming there are also the negatives that come with that, i.e. people seeing you as a model rather than a musician.
Yes, yeah.
What's that like?
I definitely felt like I had to prove myself. And I think because I'm so consistent and I'm a grafter and I'm so in your face that they've seen me coming now. Yeah. They see me as an artist now. Like, I'm booked up for shows. Yeah. You know, I'm putting out music. I'm in the studio.
Appearing in mixtapes.
Like, mixtapes. You know, thankfully, you're playing my tunes. Other DJs are playing my tunes internationally. Like, it's really happening. It's not like I came with the one song and then that was it. Yeah. And then I was back to modeling. Nah, it was like the one song came, then I was, you know, straight away I was booked for my first biggest show at Clapham Grand, 1,000 people. You know, I give thanks to God, man, because I just feel he's amazing. Like, everything that's happening for me is, you know, my blessings, you know, and through the hard times and the good times, whatever is happening in my life, I still feel blessed, you know, because I'm able to be doing what I love every day, and that's running my business and, you know, doing music, which is just it's my passion, it's my life. Thank you. So it looks like do you know what I really am, because I just feel like before I started Echelon Casting 4 years ago, I was office manager, so I was in the 9 to 5 life. That was what I was doing, and I still loved that, because I was very customer facing, because I started off as a receptionist. What sort of company was I used to love that. I was working in the city for reports. We used to sell reports, so it was data information company. Yeah. Right, so I loved that. I don't want to go back. No way. Do you know what? I did enjoy my work and the experience of working, but being your own boss and having that freedom and having that, not even just freedom, but, you know, that achievement, knowing that you've achieved that yourself is an amazing feeling every day, and it just makes you want to work even harder and harder and harder, you know. So yeah.
So you have got the new song out that's right now, called London Girl.
Boom. Yes, London Girl.
We are going to play it, but before we do that,
is it the karaoke?
The karaoke challenge.
Jeez, right, let's do this.
Do you know how it works?
Briefly, yeah. I can't remember, actually.
So basically, I've got a number of lyrics. Yeah?
Okay.
So I'll give you the lyrics.
Cool.
They're all numbered, right? So what you need to do is pick a number between... I always forget how many I've got now. But anyway, between 1 and 12.
Hope I pick a good one, you know. Well, what's my lucky number? 12, of course. That's my birthday.
Between 1 and 15. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
And the whole today, I'm thinking, remember to say happy birthday and all the rest of it. But and I do a birthday roll call, but
do you?
Every single week. But obviously, you don't listen to the show. It's fine. So,
no, I do. But do you know what it is? I forgot.
So anyway,
I forgot that part. I think I haven't seen that part, to be honest. I've seen parts. I've seen parts of your shows. Yeah, from other artists who have. Yeah, right, and I've really loved what you was doing. So
it's between 1 and 15, in fact. So
1 to 15, definitely 12. That's my special number.
Okay, so you say that now. Okay, right. So what you have
better
to do
help me out. You know, it better be a good one.
You know what? I think you're going to struggle. This is going to be no one's ever got it before.
So what? I can't change back my choice.
I might allow you to change this one because it's really hard. It depends. You can make it because it's your birthday. I'll let you make a choice. But that is your karaoke challenge.
Okay, let's panda. You know. Oh my gosh. That is not the one, boy.
Do you want to give it a go? Or do you want to... would you like to change? I'll give you one change.
I think because it's my birthday, can I change?
Give me another number.
But I might still do this one, though. We might do 2.
We haven't got that much time.
We ain't got much time?
7 minutes.
So. Okay, let's do this. Let me see the next one real quick.
No, I'm not going to show it to you. That's a number. And that's it.
Number.
You stick or twist. So if you're going to twist, you got to stick with the next one I give you.
Oh, yes. 100%. Okay, right. Cool. What number? Let's go for 6.
Number 6, okay. What is number 6? And you can't change it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is either.
This is the one now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's a good one then.
Oh, for me it is. Maybe not for you.
Someone like you. Oh, okay, Adele. Okay, big up Adele.
Are you going to be okay with that?
No, but I got to do it now,
But
and it's going to be interesting and funny.
You know the track, right?
Yeah, but can you still help me out though?
No.
Well, the lyrics will.
The lyrics will. So do you want to hear it before you perform it? Like hear the first couple of seconds?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right. So I'm going to play it for you just so you get a better idea of exactly what you're performing.
Okay. I'm not going to lie. I thought I was going to get some Nicki tune or something. You know, something easy.
You picked another number, but... So just know when you come in. So.
By the way, yeah, I'm not the best of singing. I can't sing that good. I'm a rapper. So when do I need to start?
We're going to start. I just want you to know when you come in, so because sometimes people struggle with that. Right?
Can I rap on it instead?
Married now. I don't know how you're going to do that. Are you ready?
I heard that your dreams come true.
Oh my God.
I guess she gave you things I didn't give to you. Nah. Let's sing it. Let's sing it.
I think you're going to sing it. Right.
Let's go.
Black Rose here in the studio performing
Black Rose.
Someone Like You from Adele.
I definitely need some water, boy.
You're not coming in now. You just missed your drop.
Oh, okay, let's go. My bad.
Oh my word. Drinking on the job. Right, let's go again.
Settle down.
One more time. Black Rose in the studio here on Top Radio. She's performing Someone Like You from Adele. Or by Adele. Are you ready?
Ready.
Yeah.
I heard that you have settled down, that you found a girl and you're married now. Yeah, I heard that your dreams came true. I guess you gave things I didn't give to you.
I didn't give to you.
Give to you. Oh, friend, why are you so shy and like you to hold back or hide from the light? Hate to turn up out the blue, uninvited. I only know that.
I'm trying.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? I more know the chorus. Oh my gosh, that was too funny.
All right, you know what?
Right.
We're gonna leave.
I did all right though.
No, you didn't.
Considering, oh gosh,
that was awful.
Yeah, that was awful.
Listen,
It
I should have.
It dropped on the floor. I'm safe now.
It's cool. Listen, we're gonna have to wrap that up now. Anyway, so you saved yourself. Let people know your social media and anything that you think people should know about you before we go into your track.
Absolutely, yes. So people, you can find me on the socials. Everything is UKS Black Rose. Check me out. Support your girl. I've got my EP dropping soon, but most importantly, London Girl is out now on all platforms. So yeah, boom. Make sure you check that out. This is it right now.
Thank you very much, and we're out. Thanks for listening.
Thank
you.
Goodbye.
Oh Lord, have mercy, mercy, mercy. All eyes on me. All